a $1.2 billion standby facility that's being negotiated for Jamaica. Minister with responsibility for information, Daryl Vaz, says the negotiations are far advanced. He, however, cannot say whether the current meeting will result in a conclusion of the arrangements.
I would not be in a position to tell you that the Minister of Finance would be in a position to make the agreements known in Parliament next week, Tuesday. But what I could say is that if he does not, because it has not reached the finality, then he would then be in a position to tell us where we are.
The Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation, KSAC, has partnered with a number of private sector organizations to boost Christmas shopping in downtown Kingston. The program is dubbed Christmas in the City, Downtown Comes Alive. It was launched yesterday by Mayor Desmond McKenzie. Among the initiatives is a downtown grand market and fashion show booked for next Wednesday. Some 15 merchants from the area have already agreed to slash their prices by up to 50% until midnight of December 16. Mayor McKenzie says Jamaicans should not be fearful of shopping downtown, as it's one of the safest places in the island.
One of the questions that is asked of us is, why should we come downtown? People speak about the fear factor, about the crime. Well, if there is one story that we need to talk about and talk about it until we drop dead, is the fact that downtown Kingston today, and I say it without fear of contradiction, that downtown Kingston and its environs has the lowest crime rate in Jamaica.
To help spread that message, Mayor McKenzie says Prime Minister Bruce Golding has committed to do some of his holiday shopping downtown next Wednesday. The Christmas program is part of government's redevelopment plan for the business district. Chairman of the Kingston City Centre Improvement Corporation, Francis Kennedy, was also on hand for the launch. He says the program is a step in the right direction.
We need the inspiration, we need the shopping, and we need to bring back downtown.
Other components of the program include a Christmas tree lighting ceremony that's scheduled for this evening at the St. William Grant Park. A King Street parade in which the popular promenade will be closed to traffic is planned for next Monday. A Christmas carol service will be held at Orange Park at the Kingston waterfront next Thursday. The program is being supported by the Bank of Nova Scotia, the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, the Urban Development Corporation, the Gleaner Company, and the downtown business community. And finally, in the news today, all mobile police traffic personnel are to now come under one management. Officers from the various geographic divisions in the corporate area have been redeployed to Elliston Road Command. That was announced yesterday by Glenmuir Hines, the Acting Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of the operations portfolio. He says the police is paying greater focus on traffic management because it is an important marker of success.
It represents whether or not we are controlling the roads, whether or not we are, in fact, dealing with public order.
Another measure to support the police's traffic management system is the revamping of its wrecker service. Acting DCP Hines says a tool has been developed to make it clearer to motorists which wreckers are actually approved to tow away their vehicles.
We have had complaints where persons have indicated that their vehicles are being wrecked by wreckers and they are not too certain whether or not these wreckers are being authorized. To that extent, effective January 1, 2010, all wreckers approved to tow for the police will have approved stickers.
The stickers are colored red and blue and will carry the JCF logo. They will be labeled Approved to Tow for the Police 2010. The 2010 represents the year for which the wrecker license is granted. Those were the stories making the news today. For more information, please visit our website at www.jis.gov.jm. Stay with us. Jamaica Magazine continues. One of the mandates of the Jamaica Fire Brigade is to minimize loss of lives, injury to persons, and damage to property from fires, natural disasters, accidents, and other emergencies. In today's edition of Issues and Answers, how the Fire Brigade meets that mandate is discussed with Public Relations Officer Emilio Ebanks.
Mr. Banks, welcome to Issues and Answers.
Thanks for having me.
First, let's hear what the public thinks about your organization.
So the fire brigade truck don't come same time when we call them.
Well, sometimes I'm going to respond quickly and sometimes I'm don't.
Sometimes they come and speedy still.
When you call them, when you get them, they do.
I don't think the fire brigades come fast enough when there's a fire.
Sometimes when them reach a building, don't burn down already.
Some usual negative responses. Firemen are not responding on time. People have to wait long, that kind of thing. What are your responses to these real and anguished concerns?
All right. We of all persons, we understand when a person is in a situation that they need help, in an emergency, yes. Persons are trapped, they need help. A minute will seem like an hour.
Yes.
We understand that situation. What we actually have is a situation where we have a program in place. First of all, we have the Fire Brigade Citizens Charter. Now the Citizens Charter states our responsibility to the public and the public's responsibility to us as well. Our responsibility, or one of our responsibilities, is a timely response to every emergency call that we get. Now I want the public to understand this. In an event where there's a fire, there's a critical time that the fire brigade must get to the scene to be able to save anything at all. And I also like to tell persons, we are firefighters. And like any other member of the public, we don't like to lose a fight. Nobody goes into a fight to lose. And we are firefighters by profession. The longer it takes us to get to a scene, the harder the fight will be for us, and the difficulty will be raised in terms of us winning the fight. So we put things in place to make sure that once a fire call is received, or any kind of emergency call is received, that fire unit is out of the station within a minute.
Within a minute?
Within a minute. And I will challenge anybody, you're passing any fire station at any time at all, you hear that bell go off, you stop there and you look at your watch.
Within a minute?
Within a minute, that fire unit is rolling out of
on
there.
The vehicle.
Yes, and rolling out of the station within a minute. The responsibility of the public to us now, whenever you call to report a fire, the person who is actually taking that information from you is not going to be responding to the fire. That person is actually taking information to facilitate the easiest route to get from the scene, or to get from the station to the scene of the fire. Whenever you call, we are going to be asking you for critical bits of information. We ask for this information to address the imminent need. We need to know the type of fire it is, so we'll therefore know what kind of resources we need to roll out to get to deal with your situation.
Whether it's a house,
whether it's a house fire, a bush fire, or it's a commercial fire, the situation, or in the event that it might be a building where we visited before. So we know the building well, so we know what it is that is housed in that building. So we know what kind of equipment to actually turn out to get to that situation, because the equipment you would turn out for a gas station fire is actually different from the equipment that you would actually turn out for a house fire. So we ask persons for information to assist us to be able to assist them better.
Okay, yes. So the firefighters are very much aware of the fact that any delay on their part makes their work harder.
Right.
So it's not in their interest.
It's not in our interest to delay at all. And when a fire call comes in, I must also tell persons, when that call comes in and the duty person receives that call and that bell goes off, the officer who is in charge of that unit comes down, gets the critical information, and that unit rolls out. We then communicate back and forth with the station to get additional information. So even though the person is holding you on the phone, speaking to you on the phone, the unit is already on the road.
It's on the road.
When we get off the phone with you, then we read that information, or we send it via cell phone or other means of communication.
So the firefighters are not waiting?
No, they're not waiting to get
for the completion of the call?
No.
They just
what we actually get is a critical